Hey guys, what's up? Blue Line Goals here, and today I have a video about some controversy that's going on the internet. And as many of you know, Windows 10 is about to go live, and with this new update to Windows comes the capability of streaming your Xbox game straight to your PC or laptop. Now, this doesn't sound like a problem. This actually sounds really cool. This sounds amazing. But the issue is, now you will be able to use a mouse and keyboard while playing an Xbox game. And a couple of you guys will probably be like, why is this a big deal? This sounds cool. I will be able to aim more accurately. Well, the problem with this is there's a lot of people, including me, who really can't afford to buy a nice gaming PC or stuff like that, and I don't want to use a mouse and keyboard. I've played with a controller all my life, and a lot of people are going to be like, okay, then just don't use a mouse and keyboard. The problem with that, though, is using a controller is way worse than using a mouse and keyboard. It's way more inaccurate, and you can't make all those movements as you can with the keyboard. Plus, with the keyboard, you have 26 more buttons, plus all the numbers and the caps locks and the shifts and the enter keys. You have 100 more buttons than on a controller, and so that's a lot more things developers could do to change the keyboard. Or wait, what? I just had a brain fart. I had no idea what I was just talking about. But okay, besides that, let's get past that. But let's get to the real issue right now then. Should we be allowed to use a mouse and keyboard on our Xbox One? I say no, because I've spent my entire life using a controller, and if you switch that up, that's just going to make some of the community way worse than the rest, when really they should either be the same or one should be higher than the other, just because some people are using a mouse and keyboard. And another issue with that is the main focus on console gaming, or the main appeal, is having it in your living room and just being able to come home from school, come home from work, and being able to sit on the couch in your living room and play the game. With the mouse and keyboard, you're going to have to switch it over probably to a desk. It's going to be hard on your back to play on a table. Plus, it's going to be hard to play with a mouse on a table. So you're going to have to move everything over to a desk, and not a lot of people want to do that either. So it's going to split up the community, as some people playing with a mouse and keyboard and some people playing with a controller. And the people with the controller are kind of out of luck at that point if that happens, because the mouse and keyboard will just dominate. It's just proven that you can have way more accurate shots, you can be way more precise with the mouse. Now, there are a couple people on the internet that have had some ideas about this, as let's split up the player base, as in this area can only play mouse and keyboard. This area can only play with controllers, and they can't intermix. So if you're playing with a keyboard, you can only play against people with a keyboard. This is a good idea, but the problem with this is it splits up the player base, which it's bad enough as it is with DLC and all that, where you may only be able to get a couple matches in this DLC. Now if you split it up even more, maybe you can only find one server, and maybe that server is packed where you can't even get in. That's just annoying. You're like, why did I just spend my $30 on this when I can't even play it? And so it's a decent thought about splitting the player base, but I don't really like it. The one I thought of is make multiplayer games not able to use the mouse and keyboard. Make it so that single player can, but multiplayer can't. As soon as you go to multiplayer, you have to use a controller. You can't use a mouse and keyboard, which would be awesome, because then people that want to use a mouse can do it in single player in like campaigns or anything. But whenever you get to multiplayer, then you all have to get to a controller, which no one really cares that much about single player, where it's like, oh my god, they're using a mouse, how dare they? Where a multiplayer, it makes a huge difference. Where a single player, it's just by yourself, it doesn't really affect that many things, which is completely fine. Well, that's going to be it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and if you have your opinions or anything, leave it down there in the comments below, and I'll read them, and I could make another video about this. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.
Sentinel.